and welcome to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I'm Sarah Joy. This is episode 25 of Tea Tuesday. Let's go make some tea and then we'll head back and spill the tea on everything that's been happening in the past week. So in my birthday vlog, you will have seen this mug. This is the Scottish Fish Thistle, and I made the strawberry peppermint tea that has a black pepper kick to it. And it's just a hint. It's hard to describe. It's a tiny bit of spice without like being, oh, that's spice. It just kind of cuts the sweetness of the peppermint and the strawberry. It's so good, y'all. I love this one. And the cool thing about this one is it's an herbal tea. So there's no caffeine or anything like that. And since it is currently 6 p.m. on Tuesday, no caffeine works really well for me because I got to go to bed in like 2.5 hours. So yeah, I'm excited to have another non-caffeinated tea. Because I try to limit caffeine, sort of. Like, usually don't drink anything caffeinated after like 2 p.m. because sometimes it can affect me. It usually doesn't, but I still like to cut it off because usually how it affects me, it's not so much that I can't sleep. I just get very anxious and amped up if I have too much caffeine. So I try to avoid that in general, which is why I'll have like 1, max 2 energy drinks. Today I did have 2 energy drinks, but I got up at 4:30 this morning and I went to the gym and did a workout. So I had an energy drink on the way to work, and then I had one it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock. I sipped on that one for about half hour, 45 minutes ish. So I was done by like 2 o'clock. So it was 2 Celsiuses, which is a rare thing for me. I don't usually do that. Or I'll have coffee and a Celsius, or I'll have coffee or a Celsius, usually is how it goes. And then sometimes like on a weekend, I will have like tea or something will get thrown in there as well. I will probably bring this mug to work tomorrow and bring some tea with me, because tea is, it's got usually less caffeine in it. So I might use that tomorrow. Tomorrow's our first day on the phones. And I have a feeling I'm going to want some sort of security blanket. And I think that tea could do that for me. So work has been going really well. I'm super excited about how it's going. Our trainers are fantastic. I love being treated like an adult, and we have a good time. And we do have a good time because training material is a lot. There's a lot of it, and it's dealing with tough subjects. So we do joke at times, and today we were doing role playing, and our one trainer is fantastic, but she does put, she covers serious material, but she does it in a fun way. So I got a call from her where we were supposed to know each other, and she's like, girl, we were out at the club last night, and I just started busting up laughing on this fake quote unquote call, because 1, I just didn't know what to say. And 2, I don't go to the club. So, I mean, it was like not a real life scenario for me. And I think that was the hardest part for me, was that I'm not a real life, I don't go to clubs. So if it was somebody that was calling in to the Morgan & Morgan that I personally knew, I'm at the age where I think everybody that would call in, and if they accidentally got me, they would be pretty professional and realize that, hey, I'm on the job. They might say something like, girl, we got to catch up, or something like that. We need to catch up. We haven't talked in a long time. And I can say, oh, absolutely. I'd love to catch up with you at another time. As soon as I get to my break, I'll call you, text you, whatever. And I could have handled it exactly the way she wanted me to handle it. But I was just like, I don't go to the club, I don't drink. And so I just started turning beet red in the face and laughing. Everybody else was also laughing. So like I said, it was a very fun type thing, but it was a very serious subject. She was taking to an extreme real type calls that come in. So that helped. But it also made me like really anxious for tomorrow in some ways, because I'm like, if people really are like that, I don't know anything about customer service, which is also not true. I've worked at Disney, so I've seen a lot and done a lot and heard a lot and all this kind of stuff. So I know deep down I will be able to handle myself. Am I going to be nervous when I get on that first call? Absolutely. I'm nervous about trying to talk to someone, type, and missing information. Honestly, that is my biggest fear right there, is that I'm just going to miss information and I'm going to have to ask a client to repeat themselves. And I don't want to ask them to repeat themselves more than say once, because then they start getting annoyed and they start, you start coming across like you don't know what you're doing. And that is also a bad thing that needs to be recovered. So I'm nervous, but at the same time, I know it's all going to go okay, because we're just doing two types of cases that are pretty easy and things like that. So it'll be good, but I'm nervous. And we're sitting with an advisor. They already told us how our day is going to go. We're going to spend the first 2 hours getting the computer set up and stuff like that. Because tomorrow we go from 1 screen to 2 screens, and I've never done that. So that is different. I've heard I'm going to love it, and I probably will, but it's like, I just kind of feel like old. It's really weird to say. It's just, at Disney, yes, we use technology, but we're using iPads, and this is, our POS system. I know those. So I've got to kind of switch my brain gears and get back to using like a Windows type computer. And it's been a couple years since I've really done a lot on the computer. So I'm feeling a little out of my element. It gets easier each day. So I know once I get on the 2 screens and I get it figured out and I get experience with it, it's not going to bother me and I'm going to be fine. But it makes me nervous. So yeah. And then we're going to be working one-on-one with an advisor tomorrow. Even if there's 3 of us to one advisor, one person's going to take a call. The others will listen. The advisor will be right there. And then we're going to rotate through and keep doing that. Thursday, after we've taken a few calls, they're going to allow us to just start taking calls. And our advisors are still going to be right there. But they're saying, like, after the first day, we should have enough experience where we're feeling fairly confident that we can at least start the call and know what we're doing. And we did case intakes today and things like that. So we did practice, but I kind of got scared by some of the way that the trainer was acting, but I really do believe she was like acting over the top for our benefit, to keep it light, but also to let us know real situations, because every single one of us couldn't get through the fake call. And I get it, because she was trying to like play up their emotions, like how do we respond? So everything that we said, even if we started laughing, which obviously she knows that we're not going to be laughing in a call. But yeah, so everything we said, tone, all that kind of stuff, what we were saying was really good. And she did want to put us on the spot and put pressure on us, make us choke, all that kind of stuff, because we're going to do that on our first call. We're going to choke on our first call. Hopefully I won't, but I probably will. But maybe not. I don't know. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. So then we're on the phones Wednesday and Thursday. We go back to class. And we have class Monday or Friday, and I believe Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, we're on the phones again. I don't know how it's gonna go, but it's been going good, and I really love the fit. I love the people. I love that they have like leaders of departments coming in and being guest speakers and telling us about their experience, and they really make it quite personable. They make it so we get to know the higher ups in our area, so that not just team leads and things like that, like above team leads. So yeah, it's really, really cool, because now if we have a question, we can go to these people, we can ask these people, because even though office is on 2 floors, it's small, all things considered. There's not that many of us, really. And there's like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, something like that, different departments and areas in within the offices. So we might work in one area. I work in personal injury, so I'll get to know personal injury, but still a lot of the higher ups cover all of us. So it's nice to have that. So if we see them walking in the hall, we can go, oh, hi, so-and-so. It's not kind of like they don't become an untouchable. Like if we have questions, if we have, and we can't get it answered and we think that person going to answer it, we'll have built somewhat of a relationship where you feel like you can go and talk to them, which is a fantastic feeling, because a lot of times you don't feel like you can talk to your leaders. And I know I felt that a lot of times at Disney, and I feel it's different. Haven't had to go reach out to them, but I've seen them around after we meet them. So I'm able to say hi and all that kind of stuff and feel at least a little bit comfortable with them. So that is pretty good on that front. I am loving dressing up and having fun. I did change my earrings this morning, so I have some Masonite ones. These ones I have no problem. They're completely held. I am still having trouble with my helix. It still hurts with this in it. And I think it's just going to take some time to heal. And it's one of those things where I think it never truly healed. And I've like put earrings in and out of it for short periods of time over the years, which has kept it open, but not necessarily healed, if that makes sense. So I'm leaving that one alone, trying not to touch that ear. I'm gonna order some saline spray to keep it like really clean. And the less I touch it, the less it hurts. But even just kind of tapping it to show you, just made it uncomfortable. It's nothing major. It's not infected or anything like that. But I'm just trying to leave it alone and not change it for hopefully several months, and we'll see how it goes. But these ones, I have no problem changing those out as I see fit now. So now is the time to start getting fun earrings, and I do have some fun earrings. So I'll start wearing those and keeping those in. So that is really good. It's just kind of been a lot of stuff going on lately. Like I'm learning a lot of stuff and my brain is tired at the end of the day, and I'm still trying to figure out my new schedule, only to be thrown into another new schedule. And I have the potential to get thrown into another new schedule. Like even I could get my first promotion, potentially. I haven't really talked about what I want to do next a little bit, but I think I have a next step before I want to get to the next step. And I'll go into that in a minute. I think I want to work with it somewhere within the training. And I would love to be an advisor. An advisor is the person who's working one-on-one with you when you are taking those calls. And I can start applying for that as soon as I hit my 90-day mark. So that's like 2 months after I graduate. So I could be moving up and moving out and getting on with things really quickly. So we'll see. So I'm excited to interact with the advisors, see more what they do, all that kind of stuff, and learn about them, because that is a potential good fit for me. And they had one of the advisors has literally got off the production floor 2 months ago, and he's only been, and then he did the production for 2 months, which meant he got to his 90 days and then he went to be an advisor. He's been an advisor for 6 months and he loves it. So I can see myself doing that. So if I do that, I would lose my 410s and I would go back to Monday through Friday, but we'll see. But another goal that I thought that I would enjoy, and I thought I would enjoy being a paralegal, and I'm not crossing that out. But what I've done is I have gone up and I have signed up for a paralegal certificate. So it's through Penn Foster, which I get it, not the best school, it's not the worst school, but it's affordable and it's what I can do, and it breaks it down into payments for me that are reasonable. So I signed up for that yesterday and started that class. And there's like several classes that I get through. I'm planning to get the whole certificate done in about 11 to 12 months. I don't want to put a huge amount of pressure on me. Like I could put pressure on myself and knock it out in like 4 months, but I don't want to do that. I want to take my time. I want to learn the material. I want to ingest the material. I want to learn my job. I want to see where I fit. Either way, I'm finishing the certificate because it's information that could be very valuable to me at some point in time. And it'll show me, do I really want to go for paralegal or do I not? And the class was fairly low stakes as far as paying for that. It's not anything extreme. It's not like I have to go and get a new degree. I could go get a new degree. I really don't want to do that because I don't want to add more debt. And so breaking it a small fee up into portions was a fantastic choice for me. I have gone back to tightening up my diet and going back to carnivore-ish. I am allowing cheese and I've been having cheese every day. It's kind of become like a crutch, but it also allows me to get more fat into my diet in a reasonable way. I'm not snacking on it. It's always part of a meal. Well, that's not true. I am snacking on it, sort of, but not really. I bought a little package of cheese crisps. So usually at one of my breaks, I'll have like an Epic meat bar, and I'll have a little tiny Cheez Whiz package. So yeah, it's kind of a snack. I've been eating about 3 to 4 times a day, but I'm eating much smaller meals. So I've been eating breakfast, which is good. And usually by the time lunch comes around, I'm hungry and I eat it. Sometimes in the afternoon, I want a snack when we do our last break right before I go home, because I'm usually feeling pretty hungry. But I'm feeling hungry about then. So sometimes I kind of want to have a snack to kind of like push off my hunger for dinner just a little bit later. I did that today. It's helping because it's 6 o'clock. This would be normally when I'd eat. And I probably won't get around to eating for another 45 minutes or so. I should try to take Ghost for a walk tonight. I don't know if it's happening. I got too much to do. So I'm trying not to stress myself out and still get to bed in a reasonable time. So poor Ghost we'll get it figured out for his walks. I just, I don't want to go walking at 4:30 in the morning down the highway. Even though it's lit and there's sidewalks and stuff like that, I just don't feel comfortable doing it. 5 o'clock, 5:30, that's one thing. It's still dark, but it's starting to lighten up. So I don't want to do it when it's dark. So I went to the gym this morning, which was good. Did a little bit of strength training. Tomorrow I'm going to go back to the gym and try and do a little bit more strength training. The downside is the lights are on motion sensors, and the treadmills that I like to do my workout on are not close enough to keep the motion sensor lights on. So after about 10 minutes, it gets pitch black in there, man. So I usually have to stop the treadmill and go do something else. But we'll see. So I'm going to try to do that because my steps are way down. And where I'm at now, completing my 5 million step challenge is probably out the window. But that challenge wasn't so much about walking the 5 million steps as it was being consistent with my movement. So I am still working on being consistent with my movement, but I went from getting 12 to 15,000 steps a day. I'm getting like 6. So that's not what I'm used to, and I will get it figured out and I'll get it all worked out. I'm being patient with myself and just trying to get as much movement as I can and moving from there. The good thing is it's a 3-day weekend for me because we do not have training on Monday, even though I will get paid for Monday, which is fantastic. So I'll have 3 big days that I can walk Ghost those 3 days, and I can get extra steps in and extra movement and like feeling great. I usually ride the elevator up to my floor first thing in the morning, and then I walk downstairs. So that helps. I probably could walk up the stairs too, but I take the elevator in the morning because I'm half asleep, it feels like. But driving is going well. Everything is going well. I'm definitely anxious driving on the highway. All the other people. So I got pretty comfortable with doing my local drive, but driving further distances does trigger my anxiety and my PTSD. So yeah, I get really nervous. So I pretty much stay in the slow lane unless I'm passing, or I have to exit off the left. And then I get over it as late as I possibly can, safely do so. Because that's just where I feel comfortable right now. I'm sure in a couple months that'll change and I'll just be like, whatever, it's I-4, it's the highway, And it does get easier each day, but people scare me. People scare me. So yeah, that is pretty much what is going on with my life, and I'm enjoying life. What I do have here is I have the cup that has all the names for the 500 subscriber giveaway. I drew the last winner, and I have waited 2 weeks. I have not heard from the winner, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a new winner. And I'm just going to turn this over again, and we're going to draw a winner. So here is my little paper, and let's see who we have. Okay. Mia's Girls, congratulations, Mia's Girls. Go ahead and send me an email. I will link my website down below. If you go to my website, there is a contact form and you can just send that and that will send an email to me. Make sure that you send me your mailing address in there and I will probably get that out depending on when you get back to me. Maybe not tomorrow, it might be next week. But I will get it out to you as soon as I can. So congratulations, Mia's Girls. I hope that you enjoy your prize for the 500 subscribers. Well, I'm going to keep this pretty short because one, light is fading and now it is almost 6:30 and I want to get my dinner done and figure out what I'm wearing to work tomorrow. But coming up this week, you will see at least a vlog / diary of my carnivore-ish journey. There might be a grocery haul, but I don't know that I've got to go grocery shopping. So there shall probably be a little carnivore-ish journey vlogs, keeping on track, stuff like that. So I'm just going to keep documenting that process so you will be able to watch, and this will allow me to stay honest. Not that I'm not honest, but it will just keep me focused on what I need to do. It becomes an extra layer of accountability for me because I love when you guys see it and you ask about it, ask how I'm doing and stuff like that. It's fantastic. I love that accountability. So you'll see some of those. And just be patient with me as I adjust to my new work schedule to get that thrown out the window and adjust to another one. But we're going to roll with it and we're going to get done what we get done. And I've been doing pretty good of at least being able to do 2 or 3 videos a week. I am going to keep up with the video shorts at the end of my work week. I'll show you all my outfits for the week. But if you want to see them day by day, I do post them on my Instagram. So you can go to that. The link to my Instagram and all my socials will be found on my website, which is sarahsjoyfuljourney.com. So that will be down below. Lots of exciting things coming also later this week. So make sure you watch the channel for updates because there's going to be some fun things coming that I'm excited for you guys to know about. So, all right, I am going to go ahead and sign off and go eat my dinner and relax and read a book and just enjoy the rest of my evening. Have a wonderful and joyful evening. We will chat again soon. Bye for now.